to a Let's Play video. Today in this video, I will be playing Riddle School 4. So I'm just going to be continuing the, series, that's the name. And last few videos, Riddle School 1, 2, and 3. So, I don't know what to say other than we should just get started, right? Okay, main menu. This button obviously proceeds to the main menu. Okay, start game. Well, you know, in the past videos, we've never gone through any of the... We've always looked at the faces, but never actually never actually went into any of the things. So, let's go into real fun facts. Okay, real fun facts. Fun facts change for accuracy after you beat the game. Okay. Time to make, like, 2 days. Frame rate, 30.0 FPS. Library items, 160 plus. Rooms and map, 1 accessible. Frame, what do you mean 1 accessible? I don't know what that means, but okay. Frames, no more than 5,000. Scenes, 2 scenes. I remember when I went to San Diego Comic-Con for the first time back in 2008. Tom Fulp, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, asked me if I had plans to make a Riddle School 4, to which I said something along the lines of, I'm thinking about making a 4th one. At some point after I cannot read today. At some point after I started making it, I lost motivation, and at the same time, people started making urgent requests for a 4th game. So I decided, even though I told my fans I'd never make the game, that I'd go ahead and make this. As I type this now, I have no clue what the reaction of the Newgrounds public will be, but I hope they enjoy playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. I laughed so hard. Okay, let's exit out of there. Start game. Okay. Nice music. Oh, what's this? What's this? Accessing. Analyzing map system. Analyzation process complete. I don't know what that is. Riddle School 4. Oh, I like the music. Okay, who's that? Who's that? Diz? Wait a second. In the 3rd Riddle School, there's a poster saying, like, a quote from Diz. Someone named Diz, is that him? That's kinda weird. Smiley, Greg, who's Greg? What? What's happening? Oh, that's me! Oh, his skull! Oh, no! What happened? Phil's teacher, Mr. Munch, was the original architect of Riddle University. The school was built above a long pit of lava that he himself dug near an active underwater volcano. His plan to murder Phil Eggtree to forever rid him of this world succeeded. And no one cared. What? But I'm like the most amazing person. Every other student of Riddle University eventually died from car wrecks, old age, and unforeseen disasters. Each one on their deathbed whispered their final wish. Please don't let there be any more Riddle School games. Well, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna get your wish because, you know. Okay, stay tuned after the credits to see your time. There has to be another way. There has to be a way to beat the game, right? Okay, director, John Bro. Animator, John Bro. Programmer, John Bro. Writer, John Bro. Planner, John Bro. Storyboards, John Bro. Blueprints, John Bro. Research, John Bro. How would you have to have research? Backgrounds, John Bro. Costume designer, John Bro. Voice acting, John Bro. Character design, John Bro. Elusive 3-year-old. Music, Pepsilio, Paragon X9, Blazing Dragon, sounds from www.fansounds.com, beta tester 655321, Cream E, Glory Hawk, Jesse, McMaster, Karsh, King Luigi, Mano Funatile, Ninja Fan, Noble Rot, Pandemonium, Prizzle, Scape Artist, Sir Kirby, Shake, Sprite, Yoshi Egg, special thanks Ninja Fan, Scape Artist 101. Just as every book has a start and a finish, a series must have a beginning and an end. I deliberately sucked all the room for another sequel out of the series so that it may too end. Or two may end, not made to end. That's so sad, except you made more middle schools! You beat the game in 26.1 seconds. Wow, that's an improvement on my 30 or 23 minutes, I think, in Riddle School 3. You've also unlocked Real Fun Facts special features, now available on the main menu. Well, okay, there has to be another way to beat the game, right? Okay, main menu. So I'm gonna try again, because there has to be a way to beat the game. What? I mean, seriously? Oh, skip intro. Ah, it's glitchy. Ah, so slow. What's happening? That just happens again, huh? What? Why? Okay, I think it's obvious that you guys do not want to go through the credits again, so I'm gonna skip the credits right now. Well, guess what, guys? I beat the game in 9.1 seconds this time instead of the I can't even remember. Okay, it's a little bit laggy, and I don't know exactly why. Wait, hold on. Let me try to fix it really quickly. Hold on. Okay, we're back here. So let's go in the main menu. Okay, I unlocked special features, right? What happened to all the characters? Gender, male, favorite thing, doing nothing. Least favorite thing, doing something. Fred didn't really like school, but he thought it was wise to stay in school anyway and make the best grades he could while not doing very much. He grew up and took many effortless occupations, such as a music conductor, substitute teacher, and abstract artist. One day, he fell asleep, face first in a vat of paint. You can guess what happened. Wow. Really? Smiley. Gender, female. Favorite thing, education. Least favorite thing, distractions. Smiley had a legitimately good life. She grew up with perfect 100s in every one of her classes and had a long-lasting career in biomedical sciences. She got married to the perfect man who just so happened to have a smiley face for a head just like her. They spent the rest of their days together living happily in a treehouse in a beautiful forest. Wow. Gender, male. Favorite thing, anything not cold. Least favorite thing, freezing to ice. Zach was so determined not to be cold anymore that he bought a plane ticket to the tropics midway into his first year of college. Right above a volcanic island, the plane ran into a bad bit of turbulence and Zach ended up crashing through a window. He fell into an erupting volcano and froze to death. That makes tons of sense. Tons of sense. Okay. Richie dropped out of, gender male. Favorite thing, collecting. Least favorite thing, getting stuck. I don't know how you get stuck. You're probably the smallest kid in the school. Richie dropped out of high school, wishing he hadn't paid so much attention to collecting stuff. He was mugged in a dark alley and woke up trapped in a smelly dumpster. Nobody ever found him. 5. 5 sold t-shirts online for a living, and his talent was eventually realized by a big graphic design company. He made the mistake of asking for a slightly large sum of money, and the company ripped him off and sued him. 5 was put in jail for the next 5 years, and not once for the rest of his life did he have enough money to sue them back. Okay. 808. 5's dad. He insisted on being the janitor at Riddle Elementary School because he loved to clean so much until his son was unfairly sued by a big t-shirt designing company. He realized he would need a better paying job and ended up being a garbage boy in France. I don't know if that's much better paying, but okay. He was having so much fun that he forgot his son existed. That's horrible! Oh, I forgot to do this favorite thing and least favorite. Favorite thing, dusting. Least favorite thing, idiots. Well, that's a good least favorite thing, I guess. Janitor in our Riddle School 2. The janitor was locked in his own closet in Riddle Middle School one day not long before the school closed down, and he was replaced with a new one. He ate his mop, drank his dirty mop water, and nibbled on his hat as he was stuck in the darkness of the closet. Oh my god, there's a typo. TH closet. The last sound he ever heard was the sound of a wrecking ball smashing the walls. Oh, jeez! That's bad, man. That's a bad way to go. Janitor in Riddle School 3. Janitor in Riddle School 3, he claimed he could hear a pipe problem from a mile away, and that was in fact true. His uncanny ability to hear toilet clogs earned him a television show reputation as the perfect-eared plumber. The show was canceled after 2 years because it was realized nobody had ears. Furious, the janitor leapt off a bridge. Mr. Calm. I don't know how you pronounce that. Mr. Calm was never a very smart person. After the first Riddle School game, he learned about how small the percentage of drinkable water on the planet there was. He decided right then never to drink anything again. The end. Well. Gender, male, favorite thing, math, least favorite thing, being forgetful. Mr. Coffee, or Kofi. Miss Kofi was never a very smart person. She told Mr. Calm that nearly all the world's water was drinkable, but then she realized she only drank coffee and wasn't really sure how much straight-up water was drinkable. So she went to the beach because there's lots of water in the ocean, and she drank as much as she possibly could. The end. That just doesn't make any sense. Miss Green once drank 99 cups of coffee. On the 100th cup, she died of caffeine overdose. Well, at least it was a nice number. Teacher in Riddle School 1. This teacher once screamed at the school students so loudly that the walls of the room she was in collapsed around her. Nobody knew what to put on her tombstone because nobody knew her name. Gender, female, favorite thing, yelling, least favorite thing, people. But she's a person. Mr. Oboe. Mr. Oboe was getting ready to sit down one night at a school play about knights and horses. He was told before the show to hold a sword, which was one of the props. It wasn't a real sword, but ironically, he still died from it because the sword was made of allergy medicine, and Mr. Oboe was horribly allergic to that. Well. Favorite thing, English. Least favorite thing, his own name. Greg Sleep. Greg Sleep was asleep for 18 of the first 20 years of his life. One day, he woke up and realized how much he aged, and after panicking, decided to move on. He got a driver's license, was on his way to the grocery store, and had a fatal wreck sleeping at the wheel. Gender, male. Favorite thing, sleep. Least favorite thing, nightmares. Mrs. Sleep. She once got married and had a son named Greg. Eventually, she died sleepwalking off a cliff. That would be a bad way to go. Gender, female. Favorite thing, sleep. Least favorite thing, being awake. Mr. Sum was a math teacher for his entire life. He was gardening on the roof of a building and was suddenly mugged by a bear who ate him 30 minutes later. Gender male, favorite thing gardening, least favorite thing getting robbed. Mr. Soggy simply couldn't find his glasses, so he was on his way to get new glasses and got what? So he was on his way to get new glasses and got in a fatal car wreck because he couldn't see. Favorite thing being able to see, at least, whoops. Mr. Reed was reading a comic book in Riddle High School library. He was reading the words, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me," when he got a nasty paper cut and lost every inch of blood in his body. I don't think blood is measured in inches, but that is pretty ironic. Okay. Is it okay if I just don't read the favorite thing and least favorite thing? I need to get through this. Mrs. Flask invented a flying chair and discovered there's no air in space. Okay. Miss Count, monkey hater Miss Count, was bored at her home and decided to look for games on the internet. She found a game called Riddle School 3, which she proceeded to beat twice in a row. Not long after, she was put in an insane asylum, whispering wildly about something about a monkey doll curse. Okay. Mrs. Oddverb, oh yeah, because I tried this and not on video, but I didn't record this, but I beat Riddle School 3 twice because in one of the books it said, beware, Riddle School 3 beat twice, something bad happened, or something like that. So, yeah. Wait. And there's a monkey and curse thing. Weird thing. Sorry, curseness. Monkey. Okay, Mrs. Oddverb was very tired of people taking one look at her and thinking she was a guy, so she went berserk and set fire to a shoe store. She stole a small boat and sailed away from civilization, never to be seen again. Why would you set fire to a shoe store? Mrs. Moose's was at a bank and the bank robbery suddenly took place. The robber told her to get down on the ground. She said the ground was awfully dirty and it wouldn't be good for her new dress. She was shot multiple times and her dress was ruined. No! That's a horrible way to go. Okay. Mr. Question, former principal of Riddle Elementary School, was put in prison for life because he physically beat a student's head in. Ew, that's gross. Mr. Counselor of Riddle Middle School, was robbed of all his possessions unexpectedly. Several weeks after the event, Mr. noticed he didn't have a house. He died of starvation right after that because he also apparently didn't know he had no food. That makes no sense, but okay. Mr. Potato discovered the magic of video games right before Riddle School 3. He did nothing but play video games long after Riddle School 3. He died happily right after being a game called Riddle School 3. 6 feet under, he's still holding his favorite video game controller. Okay. Joe didn't make it to college. His grades were terrible. He thought to himself, I wonder what gasoline tastes like. His will stated that he wanted to be cremated after death. What his friends didn't know was his stomach was still full of gasoline and it doesn't mix too well with fire. That's true. Diz, supposedly I was asking about this guy. Wait, his gender, male, question mark, favorite thing, question mark, least favorite thing, question mark. Diz, supposedly a foreign exchange student, Diz popped up into Riddle's University in a single time, and after that was as if he completely disappeared from existence. That's weird. Chub Munch. Chub stopped eating right after Riddle School 4 for the rest of his life simply because he got so big his cheeks covered up too much of his mouth for him to eat anything else. He lived an entire century after he stopped eating because of his metabolism. It is rumored Earth's most devastating earthquakes were caused by Chubb struggling to move. I wouldn't be too surprised. Mrs. Munch loved to serve food, but she felt like she served her son Chubb too much. I need to get through these, and she didn't know what to do. She discussed she discussed her internal struggle with her husband, Mr. Munch, and he said that she should just give Olive Chubb's food to him. She soon realized she had a terrible husband and divorced him, feeding her son more than ever. Mr. Munch, devastated by his wife's decision of divorce, started devising a plan to take the life of every one of her friends and acquaintances. He realized he didn't know much about his former wife as he thought he did, and the only person he could remember her talking to is a kid named Phil Eggtree. He killed Phil and later died by overheating. Well, Phil Eggtree. Phil only went to college because he figured it had to be better than elementary, middle, and high school. He went to the newly built Riddle University because it was local, it was cheap, and he didn't have to have any particular plans for the rest of his life. So it wouldn't matter what classes he took. At first, he thought this Riddle school was just like the other three he escaped from. Just when he considered trying to make his fourth escape, he found out it was something completely different. Okay. That's cool. That's cool, man. That's cool. Ah! My mouse. My mouse is dying. Oh, my freak. I'm sorry. I can't. Well. It's already been 23 and a half minutes, so I can't go through the making and audio commentary. I might check that out later. I might even make a video on those if you really like it, if you would really like me to, but please comment. That's really awesome. I get to know what you guys want more. I love it when you suggest games. Bloons TD5 is a video I made really recently. I think it was my last video. I can't even keep track of my own videos. And it was recommended by someone who commented named CGebze. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm failing the outro right now. But anyway, it would be awesome if you could comment, subscribe, like. Of course, the views are the most important thing. But as always, I will see you in the next video.